Hi, this is HB445. Currently, it is June the 30th, 2025. Okay, this video is not going to be about astrology. It's going to be about Alabama politics and maybe what Texas politics and Tennessee. So right now, it seems like there's a push to ban THCA vapes and vapes in general. So, but I want to say this because actions speak louder than words. In Alabama, Andy Whitt, who is a senator, he's going to be up for re-election in 2026. If he is on the ballot in 2026, I will be voting straight party Democrat. I don't care who it is. I don't care what they support. As long as they support the legalization of hemp products and also bringing the casino to Alabama. That's just that. If Greg Albritton, who is also up for re-election in 2026, if he is on the ballot, I'll be voting straight ticket Democrat. If Chris Blackshear, who is also up for re-election in 2026, if he's on the ballot, I'll be voting straight Democrat, and I will have my entire family and everybody else that I can in regards to my skin complexion. They're going to be voting straight Democrat because they will know that when these people are out of office, there will be a better chance of bringing the casino to Alabama, and also the full legalization of hemp in Alabama as well. And why am I so passionate about this situation now? Was because I believe sometime in May, Andy Whitt, he proposed a bill called HB445, which essentially bans all THC A vapes and vapes in Alabama. I believe it's either started on June the 1st or July the 1st. And the thing about it is that I think it starts on July the 1st. And see, so he created a bill. Kay Ivey, I believe she signed it in May sometime. And this is after they neither one of these people, Greg Albritton, Andy Whitt, Chris Blackshear, nor Kay Ivey, they couldn't pass a bill or a gaming bill, but they went on and passed this THCA vape ban, which they didn't consult the people of Alabama about. So that's just that. So let's see here. And why do I plan on voting straight ticket Democrat? Well, it's because okay. And why do I want those three senators off the ballot? It's because they should feel the same sense of loss of career and status that these business owners lost when they got raided by the ALEA or the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency. It's ridiculous. These people did everything right, and these senators, with a stroke of a pen, took away their entire livelihoods. That's what happened. So no, they do not need to be up for re-election. They need to be off the ballot, and I mean it, because they will do it again, just to pull just to use something as a political football, and all the while destroying careers and lives. So okay, before I move on to the what introduced me to the hemp products and stuff like that, I need to add that pretty much these high-ranking senators or whatever, it seems like they sicked the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency on these vape shops and basically destroyed everything that they put into their business. They confiscated their products, their inventory, and now all the money that they put into that business is just gone. And I mean, I would think that when Trump said that he was going to make America great again, the people that supported his bill, the 2018 Farm Bill, you would think that he would find a way to protect them as well. Because didn't he say, isn't his slogan, promises made, promises kept?
Promises made, promises kept, and we're just getting started.
So there's that. And see, these same actions have been done to the people of Alabama in regards to gaming. I mean, they had raids on casinos, and I think bingo halls as well too. And it's the person who had something to say, had a lot to say about it, was Andy Whitt, which is the reason why I want him gone. I mean, I believe Andy Whitt, he also had something to say about the raids to these vape shops in Alabama. These recent raids, I think they happened on the 27th of June. So yeah. Okay. And I do need to add that I think that I have a relative or a friend of a relative. One of their children just died from a drug overdose. I don't know if it was fentanyl related or not, but upon banning these THC vapes or whatever, you're allowing the black market to just thrive. And instead of citizens buying pretty much proven to not be poisoned hemp, they have to go out in the streets and pray that they don't buy a laced product, a laced illegal product. So this is creating more issues, not solving them. And if the children wanted a hemp or marijuana, they're gonna go out into the streets and buy it from God knows who or what, and they risk overdosing and dying. So, like I said, it makes no sense in regards to saying that this bill protects the children. Just saying. Okay. So my experience with what hemp or marijuana, I think my first experience with marijuana was pretty much, I believe it was in 2022, and I was at a funeral, I believe, because one of my aunts, she passed away, and I guess my relatives. See, I don't know anything about going out there and buying illegal stuff, or whatever. And this is in 2022, but still. Uh, so a relative, he saw that I was down. He was like, you know what? Hey, have you ever tried weed or whatever? And I was like, no, I don't really do anything. All I really do is just drink. He was like, you know what? Well, I sit you down or whatever, and I know you don't think that you're depressed, but you're depressed. I hope you know that. And I'm like, no, I'm not. But whatever. What is your point? And he was like, well, just try this this blunt or whatever, and see if it helps you feel better. I mean, we are at a funeral, and that's probably what you need anyway. So I tried it. It didn't really do anything for me. So I was like, hey, here, I don't need this, whatever. I'm not gonna go to jail for this stuff. So the next time that I tried, I bought a vape. I bought a vape on November 12th, 2024, I believe. Pretty much on that day, I was having an argument with a family member. They had lost, I believe, their purse or whatever. And also before that, like 2 weeks before that, their truck got stolen and their cell phone got stolen. And it was just a bad time. And I was also just going through stuff too. And I'm still dealing with the stuff that happened in 2019 with the Verizon incident, the false sexual harassment claim, and my career still messed up. And so it's like just stuff piling on other stuff. But anyway, my point, the vape. So I bought the vape, and so I said, okay, what? My relative, they said that it may help me feel better, whatever. Let me try this real quick. And I bought the biggest vape I could find because I'm like, whatever. That's what I did when I first bought my first drink. Actually, I bought the biggest bottle of liquor I could find, and the highest proof I could find. I bought a 90 proof bottle of Smirnoff, clear, and I bought some lemonade just to, mix it or whatever. Anyway, the vape. But I mean, and I didn't start drinking until I was 22. because I had another relative that would just drink and just go crazy and do crazy stuff, whatever. So I said I was never gonna drink, but I only started drinking because I had a sinus infection that wouldn't go away. So anyway, that day on the 12th, a relative, they lost their purse right after having their truck stolen and having their cell phone stolen, and I had to deal with that and trying to recover it or whatever. And so I was just upset that night. I bought the vape, used it, and for once, since 2017, and 2017, my best friend, she committed suicide, and I also lost my job at Verizon, and another friend, she died on the same day as a friend who committed suicide, and I also lost my ex the same day that my best friend committed suicide. So it's like it was just a pile of stuff, just you know. And it's funny, my uncle was saying like my relative was saying that yeah, you're kind of depressed, and so I'm like, so I tried to vape, and for once I had, instead of having intrusive bad thoughts, I started having good thoughts, and so I was like, it was weird. I hadn't had a good thought or a positive thought since 2017. I'm like, what is this? I'm like, it was just weird for me to actually feel good for once. And so that's when I was like, this is why people want to legalize weed or hemp products or THC. And I was like, okay, I understand this now. And so for Andy Whitt to sign this bill without having the people vote or come to a vote on it, that's just criminal to me. I mean, in another video, I'm going to post some video clips of the Senate hearings that they had. In these Senate hearings, you can't hear it's like they edit out the name of the bill, so that even if you're a general citizen of Alabama, you won't even know the name of the bill that they're talking about. It's not until later on that you can, they're like a few videos later that you that they actually allow you to hear the name of the bill without it seeming like the name of the bill is being edited out of the video. And in those videos, these videos are like hours long. And really, also in these videos, you only hear Andy Whitt's people's side of or points. I mean, there's a few business owners that they allow you to hear, but there's one video where it seems like a business owner. He's at the end of the hearing. He's trying to stand up and say, "Hey, listen to me," and they're like, "Oh, well, the Senate hearing is over. You should have applied to make a statement earlier." So nobody got to. I'm not gonna say nobody, but it seems like the business owners who this HB445 bill is affecting, they weren't able to be heard. And also, it's like the people, the general public, watching these videos, you wouldn't know what's going on until it's too late. Which now it is. Today is June the 30th, 2025. So yeah. And another thing is that what I was looking at is that, what was it, on September? Let me see here. September 8th, 2024. Donald Trump, he backed Amendment 3, which was in Florida. And that bill, it pushed for the rescheduling of marijuana to a class 3 drug instead of being a class 1 drug. And also, I believe that it would allow marijuana to be included inside of banking or something like that. I'm not 100% sure on all this stuff, but I'm like, yeah. But HB445, I believe it contradicts the 2018 Farm Bill that Donald Trump signed. So all in all, my point is that if Andy Whitt is on the ballot in 2026, I'm voting straight party Democrat. If Greg Albritton is on the ballot in 2026, I am voting straight Democrat. If Chris Blackshear is on the ballot in 2026, I'm voting straight ticket Democrat. And if Tommy Tarville, if he pushes for the same agenda that these previous three senators push for, yeah, I would not regret voting straight Democrat in Alabama. And there's a lot of black people that feels the same. They want the casino in Alabama. I mean, there's a news clip that says that 70% of Alabamians want the casinos in Alabama. I don't know so much more so about the legalization of hemp, but it makes more sense to have common sense restrictions on the vaping products instead of banning flavored vapes, since these senators are complaining about Alabama possibly reeking of marijuana or whatever. If marijuana is fully legalized, I mean, there are these vapes that they have will not have Alabama reeking of marijuana. So that doesn't add up. Even having the ABC board regulate hemp derived Doritos and gummy worms and drinks and stuff like that. Like, to allow those products to be sold, but not the actual flower and the actual vapes, and outright banning the actual vapes, it makes no sense to me when it's helping a lot of people. But regardless, I mean, actions speak louder than words. And if these three senators are on the 2026 ballot, I'm voting straight party Democrat. And I will create another. I will post another video detailing why these senators need to be taken off the ballot, or I'm just going to be voting against them. I mean, they contradict the 2018 Farm Bill that Donald Trump signed. And then with HB445, Andy Whitt, he pretty much closed all these businesses that invested in the 2018 Farm Bill. So isn't Trump a business person? Didn't he say that he was trying to make America great, better again? That bill contradicts that bill. Yeah. So, okay. And not to forget that Donald Trump, he did support Florida's Amendment 3, which basically it reclassified marijuana as from a class 1 drug to a class 3 drug. And also it added marijuana to the safe banking I believe act or whatever. I'm not 100% sure, but Trump did support common sense laws in regards to marijuana and not just outright banning it. What happened to promises made, promises kept? And common sense.
And on National Egg Day, egg prices were down 61% since President Trump took office. Promise made, promise kept.